Have you ever thought about getting a job that, actually matters? A job with a ton of purpose? Well, today we're going to break down exactly what it takes to become a certified lifeguard right here in Washington State. Trust me, it's way more than just a paycheck. It's about skill, it's about responsibility, and it's about keeping people safe. Let's dive right in.
So let me ask you this. Are you looking for a job where you can actually see the impact you're making every single day? A job where you're not just some person on the sidelines, but you're a guardian. You're the one people are counting on.
And look, making a difference feels great, but let's be real, the pay matters too, right? Well, the pay is pretty darn competitive. You're typically looking at somewhere between $15 and $21 an hour here in Washington, and that can change based on where you are and your experience. So yeah, it's a job that rewards you in more ways than one.
So, what's the first step? Before you can even get into the main training, you have to prove you've got the goods in the water. There's a physical skills test, and it's basically the foundation for everything else. It shows you've got the core swimming abilities to handle the tough stuff later. So, let's break down what you're up against.
First things first, age. You've got to be at least 15 years old by the last day of the class. And honestly, this is awesome, because it means high schoolers can step into a job with some real responsibility and get some amazing life experience.
Next up is the endurance challenge. You've got to swim 300 yards without stopping. And you'll need to show you can do both the front crawl and the breaststroke. They picked those strokes for a reason. They're super efficient, and it proves you can manage your energy in the water for a long time without getting exhausted.
Okay, as soon as you finish that swim, you're not done. You then have to tread water for 2 full minutes. But here's the kicker. You can only use your legs. Your hands have to be up, out of the water. This is all about testing your leg strength, which is absolutely crucial for when you need your hands free during a real rescue.
And finally, the timed event. This one's intense. You'll start in the water, swim about 20 yards, dive down, maybe as deep as 10 feet, grab a 10-pound brick from the bottom, and swim it all the way back. Oh, and you have to do all of that in under 1 minute and 40 seconds. It sounds tough, but it perfectly mimics what it's like to rescue someone who's gone underwater.
So, once you've crushed those physical tests, you're in. Welcome to the main event, the 26.5-hour training course. This is where you really level up, going from just a good swimmer to a legit professional lifeguard.
The course gets really deep into all kinds of hands-on rescue skills. I mean, you'll master everything from the right way to jump into the water to handling seriously chaotic situations, like rescuing multiple people at once or saving someone who's already submerged.
But the training also gets very, very serious. You'll focus on one of the most high-stakes situations you could ever face as a lifeguard, what to do with the potential head, neck, or spinal injury. You'll learn exactly how to stabilize someone and use a backboard to get them out of the water safely without making things worse.
And being a lifeguard isn't just about what happens in the water. A huge piece of the certification is medical training. You'll get really good at CPR for everyone, adults, kids, even infants. You'll learn how to use an AED, and you'll know exactly what to do for things like serious bleeding or if someone is choking.
To finish the course, it's not about a simple written exam. Nope, everything wraps up with these intense, super realistic rescue scenarios. They throw everything at you to make sure you can put all your training together and perform under pressure when it actually counts.
So after you've made it through the course and passed the final scenarios, you get your official certification. And believe me, this isn't just a piece of paper. It's proof of your skills, and it's the key that unlocks the door to getting a job. So what exactly is this certification? Well, it's a state-approved credential that's good for 2 years, and it's recognized by employers all over Washington. It's basically your ticket to get hired at local pools, water parks, summer camps, you name it.
It's also good to know that there are 2 different tracks here. If this is your first time, you'll take the full certification course, the whole shebang. But if you're already a lifeguard and your certification is about to expire, you can take a shorter recertification course to sharpen your skills and get renewed.
And let me tell you, this certification really means something. It meets OSHA requirements. That's the Federal Agency for Workplace Safety. And it's approved by the group that sets the national standards for aquatic health, which is backed by the CDC. So long story short, your training is top tier, based on the highest safety standards in the country.
Okay, you've done the hard work. You've got the certification. Now for the really exciting part, landing that job. Let's take a look at where all the opportunities are here in Washington.
The best news? The demand for certified lifeguards is huge, all across the state. It doesn't matter if you're in the busy Seattle area, out in Spokane, or all the way over on the Olympic Peninsula. Pools and parks are looking for qualified people just like you.
And who's doing the hiring? Well, all sorts of places. You've got your local community pools, Washington state parks, YMCAs, a ton of summer camps, and even resorts and hotels. Your options are wide open.
Okay, so you're feeling ready to go? Here's your 4-step game plan. It's simple. First, nail those physical prereqs. Second, find a training course near you. Third, finish that course and get your certification. And finally, start sending out those applications.
And look, you don't just have to take my word for it. People who go through this training always talk about how ready they feel for the real world. This quote right here says it all. Feeling totally prepared and confident on your very first day on the job, that's the whole point.
So, let's end this right back where we started, with a big question. This job isn't just about swimming laps or getting a tan. It's about being the person who is trained, who is ready, and who is able to step up when every single second counts. So are you ready for that?